Duties of officials, correctable errors, control of behavior. The official basketball rules regulate the actions of players and the duties of the officials. The different procedures and specifications of the technical equipment, the infractions of the administrative character, and how to correct the errors. Everything is described carefully and in detail. Nevertheless, in the real game, even at the highest level, an unexpected situation can occur, and a necessary explanation to the teams is sometimes required. Officials can learn something new from any and all tournaments and gain experience that can be used in the future. Discussions between the officials can help in making the correct decision. Sometimes clear and accurate information from the table officials is required, but in any case, the referee must do everything possible to ensure that the interruption to the game is as short as possible. With 27 seconds remaining in the second quarter, the white team begins its attack. But 4 seconds into the game, the referee stops the play as he notices that the game time on the official's game clock didn't start. The referee goes to the scorer's table and asks about the problem. Receiving the information from the timekeeper, the referee confirms that 22.6 seconds should be played until the end of the quarter, to give the white team players a new 24-second period to control the ball is a disadvantage for their opponents. The referee directs the 24-second operator to set 19 seconds on the 24-second device. This is the correct decision. The ball is inbounded, but the game time doesn't begin. The game is stopped again. This time the referee does not go to the scorer's table, but stays on the opposite side of the court. It is the umpire who communicates with the timekeeper. This is incorrect. If there is any interruption of the game for any reason at all, it is the referee that should make the necessary decision at the scorer's table. The black team gets the offensive rebound and starts an attack. After 11 seconds of play, the lead official stops the game as he realizes that there is no display on one of the 24-second clocks. This is the correct decision as the 24-second period cannot be controlled properly. The referee should order for 13 seconds to be set also on the other 24-second clock to represent the time remaining for the black team to control the ball. This is the correct decision without placing either team at a disadvantage. With 8 seconds to go until the end of the fourth quarter, and with the scores tied, white 8 intercepts a pass. With 2 seconds remaining, white 5 scores a basket, putting his team in the lead by 2 points. Black 14 takes the ball after it goes through a basket, goes out of bounds, and throws the ball in from the end line. His teammate black 9 misses the pass and the ball goes out of bounds. This time the official nearest to the scorer's table signals that a timeout is granted, and it looks that it is granted to the white team. It must be remembered that every time the game is stopped, the ball is dead and a timeout is granted. Officials need immediately to receive clear signals from the scorer's table as to which team the timeout should be granted. During the timeout, the scorer's table informs the referee that a timeout was requested by the coach of the black team earlier, after the basket was scored and before the throw-in was made by black 14. The referee decides to grant a timeout to the black team. It is most likely that the signal was not immediately heard. He explains his decision to the white coach and informs him that after the timeout, the black team will be entitled to the ball for a throw-in.
The table don't blow their horn in time, so they get the ball back as soon as who gets the ball? Who gets the ball?
Fortunately for the white team, within these last 2 seconds, a player from the black team commits an out-of-bounds violation by stepping on the sideline with the ball in his hands. This case proves that all signals from the scorer's table should sound very loudly so that they are immediately heard by the officials. From the clear signal of the official on the court, both teams should know in which direction the game will be continued. It is very important that no matter how tired the officials may be, or no matter what the game score is, they must have the highest level of concentration from the very beginning until the end of the game. With 3 minutes and 12 seconds until the end of the fourth quarter, White 9 receives a pass from White 7 and scores. Red 6 fouls the shooter. The basket is valid, and White 9 is awarded one additional free throw. This shot is also successful. The difference in the score is now 12 points, and a timeout is granted to the red team.
Timeout Turkey, their third and final timeout.
After the timeout is finished, and with 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining until the end of the quarter, White 9 again is standing at the free throw line and receives the ball from the official for a free throw which had already been attempted before the timeout. Here the partners of the active official have to react immediately. It is mentioned in the rules that when the ball is dead and the game clock is stopped, only the coach and the assistant coach may go to the scorer's table to obtain information. It needs to be emphasized that in any situation when an explanation or confirmation is needed by the referee at the scorer's table, no other team member except 2 coaches are allowed to be there. The white team controls the ball in the front court. White 11 cuts into the restricted area to set a screen for White 9. The contact between White 11 and Black 12 occurs, and White 11 strikes an opponent with his arm. An unsportsmanlike foul is called on White 11, and Black 12 should be awarded 2 free throws. After White 11 is warned by the official, Black 14 and not Black 12 is at the free throw line to attempt the 2 shots.
Dirk Nowitzki, 2 shots.
After the first successful free throw, the referee stops the action, cancels the first free throw, and invites Black 12 to the free throw line. In the last FIBA official rules interpretation that are effective as of the 1st of October 2006, it is said that if the error constitutes the wrong player attempting a free throw or throws, the 2 free throws should be canceled and the game resumed with a throw-in for the opposing team from the free throw line extended. Following the missed shot by White 7, the ball rebounds to the sideline near the blue team bench, where the substitute Blue 15 prepares to enter the game. When the ball goes out of bounds, Blue 15 throws the ball in, but the substitution is not made. When Blue 5 dribbles from the backcourt to the center line, 4 of his partners are already in the front court, and among them there is no Blue 15. The coaches of the white team attract the attention of the officials to the inbounds pass and to the substitution of Blue 15, who after the inbounds pass initially followed the ball, but then returned to the bench. The referee discovers that the 6th player of the blue team was in the game illegally and calls a technical foul. This is the correct decision. The skill of communicating with the coaches must be constantly practiced by the officials. The officials need to be able to explain clearly, precisely, and politely any decision that is questioned. Any discussion with a coach should not last long, but the skill of communication is that when the explanation is done, the coach, even if not satisfied, understands the official's decision. With less than 4 minutes to go until the end of the third quarter and a score of 48-50, White 5 attempts a 3-point shot and the center official signals a 3-point attempt. The ball rebounds from the ring and 2 opponents, Blue 15 and White 7, jump for the ball. The ball goes in the basket and the center official near the scorer's table signals that the 3-point shot is successful. The next time a foul is called, the ball becomes dead and the time is stopped. The coach of the white team complains that the 3 points were not added to the score. One of the officials explains that the ball was tapped into the basket by one of the players who jumped for the rebound, and that 2, not 3 points will be given to the white team. The other official just asks the coach to return back to the bench and goes to continue the game. The decision of the officials regarding the score was correct. The moment the ball has been touched by a player, the 3-point shot changed its status to 2 points. But officials need to permanently master their communication skills so that when they decide to continue the game after an interruption, the team members do not look as if they do not understand the decision. White 7 makes a 3-point shot, and a timeout is granted to the blue team.
Sí, estamos en 29 y otra cosa es que defendamos.
50 seconds later, the scorers table signals sounds and the blue players return to the court. However, when the timeout is over, the white team players are still on the bench. The referee decides to charge a timeout to the white team, even though there has not been any request. He explains his decision to the coach. If, in such a case, there are no more timeouts remaining in the half, for the team that is delaying the return of its players to the playing court, a technical foul may be called. If the coach's behavior is violent or after a warning he continues to disturb the work of the officials, a technical foul may be called. Yellow 5 penetrates the baseline, but his pass inside the restricted area after a short fight for the ball is stolen by blue 14. When the blue team begins his attack, the nearest official passes the blue team's bench area, and the blue team coach emotionally complains that a foul on the blue player was not called. An official judges that such behavior and emotion provokes and antagonizes the situation, and he calls a technical foul on the coach of the blue team. This is a strong decision. Bench control. Article 7.5 of the official basketball rules regulates that only the coach is permitted to remain standing during the game. All other team members, namely assistant coaches, the substitutes, and team followers who have special responsibilities and may sit on the bench, are not permitted to stand during the game except during timeouts. This is correct administration, and the team follows the instruction. Only the coach remains standing. In the red team bench area, everything is correct. But on the white team's bench, the assistant coach remains standing in addition to the coach. This is wrong. The official asks the team members to sit down before any inbounds pass. One team firstly follows the instruction, but then violates again. On the other bench, team members are also standing. Wrong. It is clear that officials can't stop the play, but a warning is a must at the next dead ball period. Near this team bench, everybody is standing. In the last minutes of the game, this usually happens if the officials have not reacted to this violation earlier in the game. The official is asking the team members to sit down before the inbounds pass. But the assistant coach stands up again. The rules say that the coach may address the players verbally during the game, provided he remains within his team bench area. Here, the coach addressing the players moves along the sideline out of the team bench area and follows the game to the center line. The team bench area is limited from one side by the line extended from the end line. Here, a coach is so excited and involved in the game that he begins to move behind the original end line. The team member standing at the bench is the assistant coach. This time, the coach is seen behind the end line, even signaling together with the lead official. After reporting a foul, the official must kindly ask the coach to return to the team bench area and not to leave it anymore.